and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the CanUK podcast, the podcast done by fans for fans of everything nerdy. This week on the show, we've got a massive range of topics to go over. So without further ado, let me introduce to you my co-host for this evening. First off, Isreal Pacheco.
Yay!
How
Woo!
you doing this week, Isreal?
Pretty good. We're at the end of the year now, so trying to catch up on some games, as we'll talk about in a little bit with our favorite games of the year, etc. But man, it just makes me look back at the year and think, damn, there's a lot of stuff I haven't played.
Yeah. And also joining us this week, making his return back to the podcast, it's Big Boss.
Hello once again, boys and girls.
How you doing this week, Big Boss?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Good.
Awesome.
So yeah, for this week's show, since this is the last podcast of 2013, we're going to take a look back at the year and at our favorite games, our favorite movies, and favorite TV shows of the year. So we're going to dive straight into the big category that we're all invested in, video games. And
I hate those.
Oh, I thought this was a porn podcast. What?
Is that's the next category, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awkward.
Alright, well, where do we go from there? Yeah. Oh, let's dive into our favorite FPS of the year.
For those who don't know, that means first-person shooter.
Or
Shooting star.
So, who wants to kick this one off?
I guess I'll be the brave soul who does this. I haven't played too many first-person shooters this year, or completed many. In fact, I've only completed one. And that's my FPS of the year, BioShock Infinite.
Yay!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep, that's mine too.
What's yours, X?
Yeah.
Yeah, BioShock is far away from mine.
Let me guess. Blood Dragon?
Oh, I should have went with that one.
That's
I will go with that one. I had something else, but yeah, Blood Dragon I will definitely go with.
Well, then what's your runner-up?
Killzone Shadowfall.
Okay.
The only one I can think of.
My runner-up is Blood Dragon too. But I don't know if we want to, give a little discussion about BioShock and our thoughts about the game. I know you didn't like it, Lord X.
Yeah, I'll get to it later.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, we could see where that's going to land on your list.
Yeah.
But, it's definitely not a perfect game.
No.
There's issues with the combat, in my opinion, and pacing issues. I felt that, especially the middle part of the game, was just like fluff that they added to extend the game. But everything around it was so strong. The characters, the world, the story, that the all right gameplay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't fantastic. I think it was good, but when I look back on it, and I haven't played too many first-person shooters, and the other ones that I did, they haven't ended up on this list. But BioShock, if I really think about it, if it would be in my top 5, it'd probably be in my top 10 games, but just because we have the category of FPS. But I definitely say it's a game that everyone should try and play at least, because of the story and the characters in the world of Columbia.
Yeah.
But I could see where people had issues with it.
Agreed. That pretty much sums up all my thoughts on it, so.
So I guess we can move on.
Yeah, we can. The next category we have here is our favorite adventure game of the year. And Isreal, do you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, this one's going to go to Tomb Raider. This is a series that I hadn't played in a while. I played, the originals back on the PlayStation, and then I think I played Underworld a couple years ago. And I'm really happy they rebooted the series because the game was fantastic. The only complaint that I really have was the side characters. I didn't think they were very interesting when you compare it to something like Uncharted or like Sully and Chloe and all those other characters that, besides, Nathan Drake himself. But the gameplay was so good in this game. I love using the bow and arrows and the shotgun and, traversing the world. It is a linear game, but it doesn't make it feel like it's linear. Like Uncharted, it feels a lot more linear, go from one location to the other. But since this, you're on one island, going around the island, looking for items, etc. It kind of makes it feel semi-open world, even if it's more, linear.
Mhm.
But I had a great time with this game. I actually think the Uncharted team could learn some things from this game in terms of the gameplay department to make the game more diverse. But it was really good in my opinion.
Yeah, my choice is Tomb Raider as well for just about every reason you just said.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd make it my honorable mention, and I guess I'd shove Grand Theft Auto into this category for myself and make that my adventure of the year.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be my honorable mention.
Yep. Yeah, I would give GTA 5 that too. Alright, our next little category here is our favorite RPG of the year. And for me, this was pretty easy. It's Ni no Kunai, Wrath of the White Witch. Because that game, it's pretty much everything I love about JRPGs. The battle system, the story, great characters. It looks beautiful.
Oh, it does.
And a runner-up that I had was Pokemon X, actually. So what about you guys?
At first I struggled with this, thinking I don't think I've played a single RPG all year. And then I realized that Final Fantasy XIV, Realm Reborn came out.
Ooh.
And the bit I have played of it, while admittedly not as much as I would like to have played, I've really enjoyed so far. So that gets my vote for RPG of the year.
For me, I'm gonna cheat because, as Big Boss said, I haven't played any, many RPGs. I think the only one I played, which would be the runner-up, but I played, a couple hours of, was Pokemon. But I'm cheating on this, and I'm gonna pick a strategy game, and that's Pikmin 3 for the Wii U, it was amazing. And I haven't played any of the other Pikmin games, but just in terms of the gameplay, and it was so fun. It was something refreshing and unique. I'm not into strategy games, and for whatever reason, this one just caught my attention, and man, it was really, really fun. It's definitely one of the best Wii U games out there.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, it's nice to see a Wii U game here.
After all the joking Wii U bashing we do, it's good to see it get some love.
Yep.
No more love after this, though.
No, nothing but hate.
You get one mention, Wii U.
Alright, well, our next category is our favorite platformer of the year. So, Big Boss, you want to take this one?
Sure. Once again, I can't really recall too many platformers I've played, so to me, the game that's the most platform-ish would be Tomb Raider, I guess, because you like jump and climb on stuff. That's platform, right?
That works.
Oh yeah, it works.
So there you go. Tomb Raider is my platformer of the year.
Cool, cool. For myself, I have to go with The Puppeteer, simply because it keeps those old school platforming elements just with a brand new spin. The design of that game was incredibly good.
Well, for me, I'm going to go first with my honorable mention, and that is Rayman Legends, which is another Wii U game.
I thought that we agreed on No More
Yeah.
Love.
But it's on
I
other
forgot.
platforms.
It's on other platforms. It's not exclusive, so I could cheat there. But my platform of the year would be Tearaway on the Vita, just because it was so unique. I've talked so much about this game on the podcast already, so I really don't know what else to say. So yeah, that's my platform of the year.
Nice. That is a good platformer. I'll admit, I've been enjoying the hell out of that game. All right, moving on to our next category here, which spreads a wide range of games, and that's our favorite indie game of the year. So, Isreal, you want to take this one?
Yeah, this one came out technically last year, but it was this year when I played it on the Vita. Yeah. It came out on the Vita and PS3 this year, and that's Hotline Miami, which is ridiculously crazy, fun, old school, top down. It's just insane. The soundtrack's insane. The gameplay's insane. It's so bloody. I haven't completed this one, but I'm very close to the end.
Nice.
But yeah, it was really fun.
What about you, Big Boss?
I haven't played many indie games this year, unfortunately. I have a few that are on my PS3 waiting to be played, such as the Walking Dead 400 Days, Walking Dead Season 2, as well as Wolf Among Us, or whatever. Wolf of Wall Street, the game, though. But sadly, the only one I can think of that I played was the PS4 version of Flower. But yeah, that's one that I really enjoy.
Cool.
So yeah.
And with you saying that, just reminded me of what should have been my indie game of the year. Well, I'll use the three that I have as honorable mentions then. But my indie game of the year has to go to Resogun. Probably like the best game to come out on the PlayStation 4 so far.
I need to play that. Why have I not played that?
Yeah.
Even my mom has played it, which is ridiculous. Like literally. Like the other day I went over to her place and she was telling me, "Oh, have you played what's that one? Resogun?" And I'm like, "No." But it caught her attention because it has the old school arcadey vibe, so.
Oh, it definitely does. Everything about that game's just so good. It's addicting. Absolutely addicting. I did have three runner-up here, three honorable mentions. Those are Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Guacamelee, which has been fantastic if you love those Metroidvania-style games, with a wrestling luchador theme. And last but not least, The Stanley Parable, which is the best non-game game that I played this year, really. It's hard to describe, but if you love stuff like the humor in Portal, you definitely love The Stanley Parable. It's just so funny and so clever.
Yep, I definitely need to play all of those. I own Guacamelee and Brothers. Still haven't played them, though.
Alright, so moving onwards here, we have our favorite portable game of the year. And let's see, who wants to kick this one off?
I will, by saying that I haven't really played any. So,
damn it, boss, you have a Vita. Use it.
I know.
Use it.
Passed right over me.
Speaking of the Vita, my favorite portable game is Tearaway again. So yeah, that works for me. I've played other portable games, and I just got the latest Zelda, but I haven't had a chance to play that. But as of right now, it's definitely Tearaway for the Vita.
Cool, nice. Yeah, my pick is definitely The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. But I will give an honorable mention to Tearaway, which has been really fantastic. All right, so that moves us on to our next category, our favorite storyline of the year.
I guess I'll take this one. Mine is Beyond Two Souls. I really like how the game handled the story. I know a lot of people complained about it. They said they didn't like how the game didn't move and progress in a linear fashion. I actually like how it would jump back and forth in time from, when Jodie was a child to an adult to a teenager. It kept the experience fresh for me, in my opinion. Like, you just weren't moving in a straight line. You kept jumping back and forth, trying to piece different, memories of her life together, which was really cool.
That's a really good pick, yeah.
Mhm.
For me, it's The Last of Us. Just, yeah.
That would be on here if I've played it, but add it to the pile of shame.
Yeah, for me, it's The Last of Us as well.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a Naughty Dog storyline, but Beyond Two Souls is very, very much up there for me as well. All right, so next up is our biggest video game surprise of the year.
Ooh.
So what game, we thought, it'd be all right, but completely blew us out of the water with how good it was. So, Isreal, you want to take this one?
Yeah, the same game, Beyond Two Souls. I wasn't a fan of Heavy Rain. The game for me was really cheesy. I just kept thinking, Jason, like every time I played it. And I just thought it was really strange. I guess I didn't really appreciate it at the time. And this one, I was like, oh, it looks interesting. It has Ellen Page, has Willem Dafoe. That got my interest. The whole supernatural vibe got my interest. And then I picked it up. I wasn't going to pick it up right away. I picked it up probably a week or two after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I played through it, and it ended up being, one of my favorite games of the year, which is really cool. A game that wasn't really on your radar to just come out of nowhere. It was like The Walking Dead and Journey for me the previous year. The games that, I knew about, but I didn't think they were going to end up, high on my list.
Yeah.
For myself, I definitely have to go with Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, because I started playing that game, and as I've spoken about before on the podcast, I was like, what the fuck is this? They're talking like The Sims.
Like The Sims.
Essentially, yeah. And the controls were weird, but it grew on me, and it cracked my top 10 games of the year, so yeah, it was definitely the biggest surprise for me this year.
Okay, I'm going to come out and say that I misinterpreted the question. I thought this meant like just a surprise related to video games, like whether it be news or whatever.
Oh.
So first off, because this segues for me, my answer segues well into the next category. So I'll start by saying, answering the question as it's supposed to be answered, and say that for me this game was Tomb Raider, because I've never really played a Tomb Raider before.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never really been a fan of the series. But I saw the trailer for this one, and I'm like, okay, that looks neat. And but I didn't buy it. But a friend of mine picked it up like a month or two after it came out, so then I borrowed it off him when he was done. And I had a really hard time putting this game down.
Mm-hmm.
I found like I loved the game, and I was quite surprised by how much I really enjoyed it. So for me, that was my surprise of the year. Now, on the other hand, what I interpreted as my big video game news surprise of the year was when we discovered Don Bradman Cricket. The shock that there wasn't just one, but two cricket games coming out. I didn't know there was a market for cricket games. Apparently there is. However, this sadly leads me to the next category, which is most disappointing game of the year, and I'm afraid that goes to Ash's Cricket 2013.
Which it doesn't exist anymore, right? They pulled it off of Steam, right?
I watched the Let's Play of those guys that X sent me, and it's so buggy, it's ridiculous.
Man.
How they thought it was worth releasing is just beyond me.
I love the press release that they put out. They were like, "Oh, it's not up to the quality of Cricket and the studio and all." It's just a funny read.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess my most disappointing game of the year is easy. Aliens Colonial Marines. Jeez. Can we get a good Aliens game, please?
No.
Like we got the good one on the DS, the Infestation, but a proper console game. Man, this game was so disappointing. I remember, I gameflied it because the reviews didn't come out till like midnight when it came out.
Yep.
Or the next day, something like that. So I was like, oh, this is fishy. So, from the footage that I saw, which of course we ended up finding out was bullshit, it looked really good. But then the game comes out and I played about an hour and I just immediately, packed it up, sent it back to GameFly. I was like, I'm not playing this garbage. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Oh, I still need to play that. And I will, because I like torturing myself that way. For me, it's obvious. BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. You jerk.
Yes, I am literally Hitler. But
Figuratively.
But yeah, that I've tried so many, and I will try again next month when it comes free on PlayStation Plus. I'll play it for the trophies and whatnot, but yeah, that game did not hook me at all.
At least you tried.
Yeah, and I will continue to try. I mean, I do want to finish it. So I do.
You really like the first BioShock?
That's the thing. I love the first BioShock. Like, that's one of my favorite games of all time.
So what was it like? Did the world feel like stale for you, or the combat, or?
I think the combat was the biggest thing. Like, it felt too shootery, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
The world looked beautiful. I'll give it that, but outside of that, didn't hook me in any way. Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I wasted $30 on the game too, so. Alright, so moving away from most disappointing, let's move into our top 3 favorite games of the year. And since mine is already out there in video form, I'll just run through mine quickly, and that's GTA 5, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, and The Last of Us. For reasons, you can go watch my top 10 videos.
Very nice.
All right, so I guess I'll go, through mine. Some of them I've already, well, pretty much all of them I've already mentioned. Number 3 would be Tomb Raider. Number 2 would be Tearaway, and number 1 would be Beyond Two Souls.
Nice.
Nice. For myself, it would be number 3 would be Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 2 would be Tomb Raider. And number 1 would be The Last of Us.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were quite a few games this year. That's for damn sure. I know when I started doing up my top 10, it was hard to pick at the end of it.
Yeah, and this is subject to change for me because there's still some games I need to play or need to finish. So probably by January, my list will be different because that's when I plan to do like a video.
I'll get on that, sonny boy. All right, so that moves us into our last category for games, and that's our most anticipated game of 2014. So who wants to take this little biscuit and dip it first?
I guess I will. But with a question, because I don't know many video game release dates. Is Metal Gear Solid 5 next year?
The prologue is...
Okay, well then that'll be what I'm looking forward to the most.
Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, Ground Zeroes
Ground
for me
Zeroes
then.
is March.
Yeah, because there's not enough in March.
Yeah, no.
There's never enough.
No, nothing. Nothing
Damn you,
at all.
Kojima.
Uh, Mine is gonna be Ashes Cricket 2014. No, but no, in all seriousness, it's another March release, and that's Infamous Second Son on
Mhm.
PS4, which is looking really damn good.
Hmm
Agreed.
That's my honorable mention, actually. For me, it hasn't been, I think, confirmed yet if it's going to be 2014, but The Order 1886.
Hmm.
It's my top pick. Simply because everything I've heard about that game so far sounds incredible. Especially with them saying that the game looks better than the trailer we saw at E3.
Hmm
So, yeah. Plus, I love the whole steampunk style gameplay, so that's really interesting me.
Yet you don't like Bioshock Infinite.
But what's funny about this category is that, like, Big Boss was saying, like, some of these games we don't even know if they're going to be coming out next year or a firm release date or anything.
Hmm
If we knew, I know, like, Uncharted would be, like, number one for me.
Oh yeah.
But I doubt that's coming out next year. I think it'll come out the following year, and
Yep.
the next Halo might be next year, fall of next year.
hmm
So we don't know when that's coming out.
Hopefully Watch Dogs doesn't get pushed back again.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully South Park doesn't get pushed back again. Jeez. That comes out in March also, right?
Yep.
Damn it. What the hell? At least it's going to be dry for like January and February, and then I guess March is going to be, hurting the bank account.
Yep. Once again, I don't know about you guys, but I already have 3 games pre-ordered for that month.
I have
Yeah.
one so far.
I know for me it's going to be that month for sure, Infamous and Metal Gear,
Yeah.
maybe South Park. What else comes out that month?
I'm picking up Final
Titanfall.
Fantasy.
But I don't have an Xbox One yet.
Mhm.
But yeah, what I'll probably do is like buy those games and just pay them off like within the next 2 months. So by the time March comes around, they're paid off, and I don't have to worry about them. I might actually do that tonight on Amazon. Just pay them off.
Get that started.
Yeah.
Well, I think I have Infamous, Final Fantasy, and Dark Souls 2 pre-ordered at the moment.
Mm.
I have Infamous and Final Fantasy. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid's definitely going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking up the disc though. I don't want the download. It
No,
sucks
I
that it's $10 more, but
Mm.
I already give Kojima all my money, so this is no exception.
All right, so with games out of the way, it's time to move into our movies category.
Yay.
yippee.
This should be fun.
Mhm.
All right, so our first category here is our favorite sci-fi movie of the year. So who wants to take this one first?
I guess I will. I haven't seen much sci-fi,
Mhm.
I don't think. Oh yeah, I did see Star Trek, but I slept through most of that. Again, which wasn't the fault of the movie, it was the fault that I worked earlier that day and I was really tired. I was already like falling asleep during the preview, so it wasn't the movie's fault. The parts I was awake for, it was really good. But I'll go with the movie I stayed awake for and say I actually really enjoyed The Hunger Games too. Um, Catching Fire?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was rather dark at times. I'm like, oh, this is kind of depressing.
Mhm.
And then it developed a new fear for howler monkeys. I am genuinely terrified of those now.
I need to catch up and watch those movies. I still haven't seen the first one.
First one's all right.
Bunch of kids kill each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess I'll go into mine, and that's Pacific Rim.
Woo!
Yeah, that definitely gets a sci-fi movie. of the year for me. And I got to see it in the theater in 3D, and that was actually really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
When usually 3D movies, it's just
Suck.
tacked on and it's stupid. This was really, really impressive. My jaw dropped like within the first, 5 minutes when you see the giant kaijus and you're like, whoa, and like the water and everything, all the special effects in 3D were really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pacific Rim is my choice too. Giant robots fighting giant monsters in IMAX 3D. Can't beat that.
Yep.
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. I stand by my pick.
Our next one here is, since we're laughing so much, favorite comedy of the year. And this one was pretty easy for myself. The World's End.
Damn, I didn't get to see that.
I didn't see that either.
Oh, so good. It's Edgar Wright with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Yeah, I still remember you telling me about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about it on the podcast right after you saw it.
Yep.
Is it out on Blu-ray yet?
I don't think so.
I'll probably check it out though when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yep. Worth it. So what about you guys?
Okay. Or do you want to go? Okay. Or I'll go.
Yeah, this was a difficult category because all the comedy movies this year I didn't watch. So
Yeah,
the only
that's
one
me.
the only one I did was 21 and Over. I thought that was pretty funny. It wasn't incredible. It was, your standard college drunk, party movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny, but if I would have seen more films, it probably wouldn't be on this list.
For me, I didn't see many comedies this year, if any. I still have to see Anchorman. But
Same.
one that I saw that, at least I think it's a comedy. I don't know what people would call it, but it's definitely dark humor, and that would be Pain and Gain.
I was talking about this with Lord X before.
The humor in that movie is so dark. I love it.
Yeah, I would go with that movie too, honestly, because that I saw and I really liked. But it's funny, before the podcast, I Googled like comedy movies that came out this year, and Pain and Gain showed up, and I was like, is this really a comedy?
Like,
I
don't
was
even
trying to wrap my head around it, but
yeah, like I don't even know what to call it. It's just so bizarre.
Like I told Israel, it's kind of hard to describe a Michael Bay movie that doesn't have explosions.
I know the most they did here was light a car on fire.
Yeah.
It was good though. I definitely recommend people to check it out. I really enjoyed that movie.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to our next category. Something we don't talk about much here on the podcast.
Oh, no, not at all.
That's our favorite comic book movie of the year. And we had quite a few picks this year, too.
That we did.
I think I didn't see one. I didn't see Thor.
That's the one I didn't see either.
And that was my pick.
I knew it.
I know.
Your pick.
Everybody who's seen it has told me it's so great, yet I haven't had the chance to see it, so I'm going to have to go with Kick-Ass 2 for this one.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
Oh, damn, I didn't see that either.
That would be like my runner-up for comedy of the year just because of the humor in that movie. No, I really enjoyed that. The only thing that terrified me was the fact that like parents brought their 8-year-old kids to the movie.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is so wrong.
That happened in what was that movie with the guy from Borat, Bruno?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I went to see that in theaters. It was a family with like young children.
Oh man.
And then once they showed the penis, they left. It was so funny. My friend yelled out, he's like, somebody saw the first penis. I fucking started crying. It was so funny. It was so funny, but yeah. Anyway, my pick is going to be controversial because I know a lot of people did not like this movie, and that's Man of Steel. I really, really like this movie. even if, it takes liberties with the character, Superman killing, etc. But I really like how they approach this movie, and I was, almost thinking of putting this as my sci-fi movie of the year because they made it more sci-fi than comic book.
Hmm.
The whole origin story and, Krypton and everything. It was really cool.
I kind of love the fact that you guys went with both of my honorable mentions.
Hmm.
That was funny. Yeah, Man of Steel. Definitely a good movie this year. Better than the Nolan Batman films. Oh, snap.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're that guy, huh? All
Yep.
right, I'm ending this podcast right here. No, it's been fun.
All right, moving onwards for our next category. I'm sure Big Boss will want to kick this one off. It's
Oh,
our
sure.
favorite trailer of the year.
Disclaimer, I don't go out of my way to watch trailers.
Hmm.
I see them at the movie theater and on TV. The only trailer I can really recall off the top of my head is the one for The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Which was
So,
a trailer.
yeah, it looks cool. He's all like Spider-Man-y and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Rhino's now in a suit.
Hmm. Emma Stone's there being Emma Stone. Maybe that's why it's my favorite trailer.
She might have a bridge in her future. For myself, I'm going to have to go with Godzilla!
Yeah, same here.
Because, yeah, that trailer is so good. It just makes you excited for the movie.
Yeah, same thing for me. Yeah, I'll just save my thing for later on because it's gonna be in one of the other categories.
All right, so moving onwards, our biggest movie surprise of the year. This
Yes.
being the movie that just completely blew us out of the water when we had no expectations for it.
I once again misinterpreted this category. Like, what movie moment surprised you the most?
It's like the end credits of Thor.
The end credits of Fast 6. Like, oh my god, sorry. I'm not going to say what happened if y'all
No,
don't
I
know.
haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay, so I won't say what happened, but just when you see it, watch like the credit scene because I was like, no, and it was like, yes. And that's very descriptive.
Mm.
I guess I'll kick this off now and answer this properly because I suck at reading questions. My biggest movie surprise of the year in terms of me enjoying a movie when I didn't think I would be some of the, I don't know. I didn't see that many movies this year, and every movie I saw I expected to enjoy. But I guess Pain and Gain would probably stand out for me because I saw the trailer. I was super stoked for that. But at the same time, given that I'm not really a Michael Bay fan, I was skeptical about how it would all turn out.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up really enjoying it, so in some way it's a surprise because I wasn't sure what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What about you, Israel?
Mine will be Man of Steel, and that is because of the Dark Knight. What's the second one? The third one, Dark Knight
Rises.
Rises, right? Yeah. It's because of that movie. I saw that and I was like, oh no, there goes Superman. But honestly, the last movie that they try to reboot Superman with, it was okay. I know a lot of people say it's terrible and everything. It was all right, but it isn't great either. Yeah, it was all right. But going into this one, I didn't think they were gonna pull it off. Honestly, I didn't think they were gonna pull it off and do something new and unique with the origin story and create a great film, and that's what they did.
Mm-hmm. For myself, I'm going to have to go with Gravity.
Was that actually good? Because
That
It just looked weird, that trailer.
That's what I thought too, because every time I saw the trailer, I made fun of it. I called it "fucked" the movie, but
No, that's like the day after tomorrow.
yeah, you haven't seen Gravity yet. But yeah, that movie just really surprised me for what it was. I think I mentioned it on the podcast before, but when I saw that movie, I think while I was watching it, I maybe took like 3 breaths of air because it was so fucking suspenseful. Basically, anything bad that could have happened did happen in that movie. Yeah, and it had George Clooney, so that's always a plus.
I heard a story online. I can't confirm if it's true or not,
Mhm.
but apparently Chris Hadfield, the astronaut, went and saw that movie, and apparently he was heckling the crap out of it, being like, "No, that wouldn't happen. No way. That's not what this looks like." And that, and this one girl was there with her boyfriend,
Mhm.
and was like, "This guy's being a real dick. You should go tell him to like stop." And so the boyfriend got up, but then came back. He's like, "I don't want to say anything. I think that's the guy who was up in space." I can't confirm whether that's true or not, but I did read it online, so.
That'd be pretty
Well,
funny.
everything you read on the internet is true. What are you talking about?
Oh, yes.
It's like, what you know about it? You ever been in space? Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, I'll shut up now.
All right, moving onwards, we have our most disappointing movie of the year. And I really don't have anything for this one.
Me neither.
Well, I'm put in a really awkward spot
Yep, you are.
because my most disappointing movie of the year is Man of Steel.
Dun, dun, dun. I knew that was coming.
I went and everyone was like, "Yeah, it's so great." And then like, I went to the movie theater and I got my popped corn and the guy is like, "What movie are you gonna see?" And I'm like, "Man of Steel." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna love it." And I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't. I just felt like they crammed way too much all into the 2.5 hours it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's the origin of Krypton. There's Clark Kent coming to Earth. There's Clark Kent discovering he has powers. There's Clark Kent living with powers. There's Clark Kent becoming Superman. And then there's Clark Kent killing people and like allowing the whole world to just crumble around him while he fights. And I'm just like, it's good, but I just felt overall underwhelmed by it.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that said, I'm really looking forward to the next one because they've gotten all the origin crap out of the way.
Yeah, but now they need to introduce Batman. They need to introduce Wonder Woman. There's rumors going around that they might introduce Green Lantern as well.
What?
Ryan Reynolds?
Actually, the rumor is that Denzel Washington might play Jon Stewart.
Okay.
Hmm.
But Jon Stewart's Jewish. He's on The Daily Show. Oh, sorry, wrong Jon Stewart. I couldn't resist that.
All right, well, it's time to enter into our favorite movie of the year. And I'll kick this one off by saying Pacific Rim. Yep.
Cool story, bro.
Speechless.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, need I say more? I've already said before. Giant robots punching giant monsters.
And I'll come out and say that's why I haven't seen it. I'm not a giant robot fan. I like regular-sized robots. I'll go with my favorite movie of the year, Pain and Gain. I absolutely loved that movie. So much so that I think I'd put it in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved that movie from start to finish. So, yeah, that's my movie of the year.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, I've mentioned this movie like 3 times already. Man of Steel. And I know because I was in a different situation than Big Boss. I heard everybody crapping on this movie. So I went into the theater thinking it was going to be terrible, and the whole Clark Kent and Superman killing Zod and all the negativity around it, and I really enjoyed it. And I just rewatched it, just picked it up, and I've rewatched it twice already. And I try to deconstruct the film, and everybody says like, oh, the last hour scenes, 45 minutes just fighting them in Metropolis, and then I took time, and the part that they're actually in Metropolis is 15 minutes. It just feels really long. But before that, of course, they're in Smallville destroying shit. But I just really, really enjoyed it. And I guess it's because I'm not a big Superman guy, and it made me like the character more. And it's probably up there as one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, which is like weird to say because yeah, I know Big Boss didn't like it and he was disappointed with it, but it had like the opposite effect for me. Like I actually care for Superman more after watching the film, which is what these movies should do in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because before that, I just felt like he's just, and especially watching the special features and what they were trying to do with the film to make the character more relatable. Like they kept saying over and over, how do you make a god like relatable? So, and that's the issue that we've had with the character over the span of 75 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they just made him more modern, and I don't know. It's fine. I can understand the issues people have with the movie, with him killing and other aspects of the film, but personally I just really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect that.
Yep.
I think part of maybe why I didn't like it as much was the fact that I'm comparing that Superman story to Smallville. And I loved Smallville. I thought that they did a perfect job of making, Kal-El like a relatable person. And, sympathizing for him. So when this happened, with this one, I don't know, I felt probably, again, because they only had 2.5 hours to cram everything in, it just felt like there wasn't enough time for me to care about this character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought it was, a really good movie, and it was fun, it was action-packed, but it wasn't until, my second viewing that I picked up on the pacing. Like, I felt better about the pacing the second time around, because the first time around when I was in the theater, it just felt like you're saying, like everything was crammed in.
Yeah.
Like, they're just jumping from one thing to the other, but then I watched it again on Blu-ray, and I didn't feel the same way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, so that leads us to our last movie category, and that's our most anticipated movie of 2014. So who wants to take this one first?
I will, I guess. And I'm going to name a movie that I'm sure none of you expect me to name. I am very much looking forward to How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Ooh.
I love the
That comes out
first
next
one.
year?
Yeah. The first one, I never saw it in theaters because I saw trailers. I'm like, it doesn't look like anything special.
Mm-hmm.
But then my sister saw it, and she bought it on Blu-ray when it came out, so I'm like, I guess I can watch it. And I loved that movie, so I'm like, I'm so stoked for the second one.
I can respect that. Yeah, I discovered the first one on Netflix and watched and really enjoyed it as well. And the trailer for the second one does look pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. Damn it, that should have been my favorite trailer.
What about you, Isreal?
I don't know for this category. It's either Godzilla or Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I can't pick one over the other. I guess Godzilla because I want to see what they do, especially after the movie that they did over a decade ago, where they redesigned the character and everything. I secretly like that movie, but nobody heard that. I guess because I watched it when I was a little kid and I just enjoyed it. I know it's really, really stupid and there's things wrong with the movie, but I just enjoy it. It's like a guilty pleasure movie. But anyway, back to the new one. I want to see them, do an adaptation that it seems like they're trying to do something more serious. And the design of Godzilla isn't like dramatically redesigned. It's more like the original version. And then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, I want to see what they do with that film because the first one I really, really enjoyed. And that was like a big surprise for me that not this year, but it came out last year, right? I think, or 2 years ago, something like that.
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one I'm looking forward to see what happens, how the apes take over the planet, essentially. So
Again.
yeah.
Yeah, interested in both of those. For myself, 4 words. Guardians of the Galaxy. Simply
I didn't know that came out next year. Shit.
August 1st.
Wow.
Yep. Simply because this is going to be probably the weirdest movie that Marvel has put out to date, if only for the cast and director alone, because it's being brought to us by the man who gave us PG porn, James Gunn. And the cast ranges from everybody from Dave Bautista to Glenn Close to
Karen Gillan.
Yeah, Karen Gillan.
Bald Karen Gillan.
Yes. Merle from The Walking Dead. Who else? Vin Diesel and Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Talking Tree and Talking Raccoon of all things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Guardians is going to be the weirdest, craziest, probably most awesome movie next summer.
I'm gonna be interested to see if like we do one of these next year, because 2015. Holy crap! Those are the movies that I'm looking forward to.
I can already tell you what my most anticipated movie for 2015 will be. And when we record this next year, it will not have changed.
Go for it.
Star Wars.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yep.
There's only one franchise I like more than Metal Gear Solid, and that's Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah, that comes out. They haven't delayed it yet, right? They delayed it slightly, did they? Like it went from summer to Christmas, right?
I accept that as long as it's 2015, like they promised.
I'm just interested to see what the hell it's about, because we keep hearing these rumors and conflicting information of who's not in the film, who is in the film, who.
Yeah.
They're keeping all this under wraps.
Well, it's J.J. Abrams, so
he's good like that.
Yeah, he's damn good at that.
When does the new Jurassic Park come out? Is it that same year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That year. Avengers 2 is that year.
When does the Batman Superman movie come out?
2015.
What the fuck?
What are they doing to you?
Let's see. Ant-Man's also out that year. I think the new Fantastic Four is planned for that year.
We just want to rape our wallets that year. Jeez.
Yep, between games and movies, whoo-hoo, we're all going to be broke.
No consoles.
Yet.
A PlayStation 5.
The Ouya 2.
The Dreamcast 2. Sega's back in it. What?
Oh boy. Alright, so moving on to our final category of, I guess awards, favorites, whatever. That's our TV show category, which we only have 3 here, so this should be pretty quick. First and foremost, our favorite TV episode of the year.
I got this. No contest. Reigns of Castamere. Bam, done. Game of Thrones. There has been no episode more shocking than that. Ever.
Was that?
That was the Red Wedding.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's the same for me. The same for me.
I would go with that, but
I'm gonna go with Walking Dead.
Nope.
Nope.
Season finale of Breaking Bad.
Oh, that was good. But I don't know. I saw some of the stuff coming in Breaking Bad.
I did too, but the fact that how they wrapped everything up perfectly, like, without question, was just perfect.
No,
So,
that was one of the best TV endings I've ever seen for a TV series.
mhm.
But for me, the Red Wedding just stands out the most because I remember I didn't watch it the night it was on.
Mhm.
And I was on Facebook, and then I saw you posting on Twitter, like Twitter was blowing up of like, what
Yep.
is, Game of Thrones, blah, blah, blah. And I see on Facebook, I'm like, oh, well, clearly something big went down.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next morning, so I was downstairs watching Game of Thrones, and then when it all started happening, I was just shouting at my TV. It was just like the UFC last night. I was just shouting at my TV, no, no. I was just like, I just couldn't believe what happened. That
I
was
had the opposite reaction. I was like, yes, yes. I was happy everybody was getting killed.
I was just shocked by it. Like, I've been told something happens in the season finale of Sons of Anarchy this season, but I haven't watched that yet, so
Mm.
can't say anything there.
There was also Walking Dead, which had a good mid-season finale.
Yeah, it did. Nice strong one.
I need to watch that episode. Shit. That's the only one I didn't see, like that final mid-season finale.
Arrow also had a good one as well.
Arrow's just been having a phenomenal
Yeah.
first half of the season. I
Mhm.
think there was one slow episode, one or two,
Yeah.
but their uh their little arc right before the Barry Allen arc there was brilliant.
hmm Have you watched the season finale yet?
Myself?
Yeah.
What was the season finale again? What happened?
With Barry Allen becoming the Flash and all.
Oh yeah. I watched all that. Remember, I was tweeting about it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
Right.
ended up watching them both back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's funny because one of my friends, she watches Arrow as well,
Mhm.
but she knows nothing, literally
About
nothing
comics.
about comic books. She didn't even know Green Arrow was a comic book character.
Yeah.
So she has no idea who Slade Wilson is, and she had no idea who Barry Allen is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where she's like, so what do you think's going to happen to that guy who got struck by lightning at the end? I'm like, oh, well, he's going to become the Flash. The who? The Flash, the fast guy. She's like, oh, that red guy. I'm like, yeah. I was like, wait, what does he have to do with Arrow? I'm like, it's Green Arrow, and they're part of the Justice League. Who? The Justice League with Batman and Superman. Wait, what do they have to do with Arrow? I'm like, oh God. But she's all shocked that I know all this stuff. She's like, oh, so wait, what's gonna happen to him? Oh, and who's he? And I'm just like, oh man, just watch the show.
Just wait until she sees what happens to Cyrus Gold.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I got a great chuckle out of that episode when they read the poem.
Yeah. No,
All
when
right.
they brought the poem, I'm like, oh, and the names continue to drop.
Yep. As soon as they read the poem, I was like, wait, what was that guy's name again? Looked it up, like, oh my god.
Yep.
All right, so continuing to move on here, our second one is our favorite new series of the year. And this could be either something that started this year or something that we started watching this year.
Hmm.
So,
We all know what yours is going to be.
do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Total divas.
Yes. That's mine. OMG.
You guys and your vibrators. But,
What is Fowler calling the pissing, shitting, dildo waving divas or something?
yeah.
Farting. It's just a disgusting sounding show. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, my pick for the year is definitely Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep. I saw that a mile away.
With a runner-up being that I finally got around to watching Firefly this year. So that's
Nice.
pretty high up there for me.
For me, my favorite new series of the year was that it might have started last year, can't remember, was Ray Donovan.
Okay.
That I missed out on the first few episodes because I remember it started I think the same time as Dexter,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on like right after Dexter on Showtime or
Yep.
whatever channel it's on, and so I watched a bit of the first episode, but I never got into it, and then I was listening to the radio, and I think it was Howard Stern was talking about how much he loves this Ray Donovan show and how he thinks it's better than Game of Thrones and better than Dexter and everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this show a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully I have like Movie Central on demand, so all the episodes are right there waiting for me. So I watched them all, and holy crap, I love that show. So yeah, that was my favorite new series of this year.
Cool. What about you, Israel?
Favorite new series that came out this year? I can't think of anything that I started watching. That came out this year, but that's come out, in previous years. I think I started watching Comic Book Man this year. I'm not sure if I started watching it last year, but yeah, that's a really fun show. On AMC after The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Just guys talking about comics, running a comic shop.
Mm-hmm.
Nerding
Random
out.
celebrity guests every now and then. So, yeah, fun show.
Cool. That moves us into our final category, and that's the show that we are most looking forward to returning in 2014. So who wants to go first?
I'll kickstart it again. I guess the most obvious thing is Game of Thrones. However, even though it's not returning, it's starting out. I'm really looking forward to discovering Michael Bay is like producing this show called Black Sails.
Huh.
And it's on the network Stars, which is the same network that brought us Spartacus. So it's going to be nice.
Movies.
Yeah, blood and gore and softcore porn with pirates. And so that's coming at the end of January. So
Huh.
I'm quite interested in seeing how that turns out.
Cool.
Oh.
I hadn't heard of that before, but definitely
Yeah,
we'll
me
take a
neither.
look at it.
Yeah, I saw IGN wrote about it a couple times. So apparently, even though the first season hasn't aired yet,
Mm-hmm.
they aired it to a test audience, and receptions were so high that they already are filming a second season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that has me excited.
Well, Game of Thrones definitely is up there for me too, but with how it ended, I'm really looking forward to seeing where Arrow goes next. Because, we all know the big villain reveal in this mid-season finale.
Yes.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what Ollie has to deal with now.
I'm surprised my friend didn't freak out about that.
Mm.
Why is he a bad guy now? Uh,
And what about yourself, Israel?
Trying to think of something. Show that I'm looking forward to returning. Yeah, probably Game of Thrones. That's a simple pick, simple answer.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. So, with that done and out of the way, and almost an hour into recording, we're going to go into our favorite section of all time, the games of the month. Because,
Oh, yeah.
don't you mean, ooh, yeah! But that was horrible.
yeah, it was way too high. I have it as
Yeah.
my ringtone, actually.
Oh, God.
I'll dig it up for you.
You gotta do it.
Text tone.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the ooh, I don't think. Do I?
Oh, it's...
No, I just have Macho Madness.
All right.
Macho Madness, sky's the limit.
They get some Hulk Hogan in there. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, dude.
Anyway.
Start that every month like that. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, dude. We got the games in January here. Don't starve, console this. No, I'm not going to do all of that.
Well, let's run through the games of January. There's not many, but we do have some.
Oh shit, my throat's gonna hurt later because of that shit.
Yeah.
And, okay, so most of the games coming in January, you've probably already played because a lot of them are remakes.
Sweet.
Okay, so starting off on the 7th, we have Don't Starve Console Edition coming out for the PlayStation 4. And this is actually going to be free for PlayStation Plus members.
Coolio.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, haven't played it. Looking forward to playing it.
Agreed.
Played a little bit of the PC version. It's good. Alright, so on the 9th, we have Metal Gear Rising Revengeance for Windows. And for those people who caught it on the first day of the Steam sale, you could have picked it up for $20.
Mm.
Moving on to the 14th, we have Assassin's Creed Liberation HD coming out on PSN. And The Banner Saga coming out for Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Xbox Live. I've heard good things about The Banner Saga.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming out on XBLA.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's a surprise right there. I
Yeah,
thought so.
Pick it up
PC
on
only.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as Assassin's Creed goes, yeah.
I'll probably play it. I don't know when, but eventually sometime.
Well, ditto.
Yeah, I skipped 3, so I might as well skip that one too.
You're not missing much. On the 15th, we have Assassin's Creed Liberation HD again, coming out for Windows and Xbox Live. On the 23rd, we have Might and Magic 10 Legacy coming out for Windows. I'm assuming it's just another one of the RPG Might and Magic games.
Mm-hmm.
On the 28th, we have Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z coming out for PS3, PlayStation Vita, and Xbox 360, as well as Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, because apparently that wasn't out on PC yet, for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
First of all, it's Dragon Ball Z because you're Canadian. Second, I'm going to be picking up Tomb Raider because I only ever borrowed it from my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want it in my collection, so I'd love to play it again on the PS4.
I definitely want to pick it up. I'm still debating on it though, since it's full price. If it would have been released at $39.99, I would have immediately bought it. But I'm still debating.
Yeah.
I know I want to buy it again on PS4, but I don't want to pay $60 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might not buy it day one, but at some point I'll definitely be buying it.
Same here. And Dragon Ball looks alright. There is a demo out for that, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done with Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah, I'm content to just watch the anime.
They just it's just been a missed opportunity over and over. They still haven't topped the original Budokai for me on the PS2. They had a great thing. I love Budokai. Yeah, Budokai 1 and 3, definitely the best.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish they would have kept the format of Budokai, the first one. Budokai 2 wasn't bad too. It was pretty fun.
I didn't like the story mode with the game pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. I thought that was lame.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought it had a good story, good combat mode.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And also in January, with no date at the moment, are Broken Age for Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, and the Ouya.
Is that the
weird.
Double Fine game?
Yeah. It's finally coming out as early access, I think, because clearly they need more money,
Mm-hmm.
Also, there is Broken Sword, The Serpent's Curse, Episode 2, for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, and PlayStation Vita. And finally, Halo Spartan Assault for the Xbox 360.
Cool.
Yep.
I would pick that up if it was better. I heard it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear great things about it, so it seemed like a no-brainer, like a twin-stick shooter with Halo. Like, how could you go wrong? But I don't know.
Well, given the fact that it was made first for phones, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's it.
All right, so that does it for the games of January.
Good work. I think we spend more time on Macho Man and Hulk Hogan noises than on the games themselves.
Oh, man. All right, so let's move into our very brief news stories section for this week. And we've got 4 little stories here, and Big Boss, you want to kick us off this week?
Sure. We have some news that Battlefield 4 has been banned in China over some controversial downloadable content.
Dun, dun, dun.
Following the release of the China Rising downloadable content pack, Battlefield 4 has been banned because the Chinese government has accused EA of creating a form of cultural invasion.
Oh, hi.
Hi, we're the government, and we don't want you to have opinions and stuff. LOL, vote for me.
No, it's a translation for that. Damn you, Mongolia, break my city wall. That's what they meant to say. That's what they meant to say.
Okay.
Yeah, China, this is not surprising.
Oh, of course not.
Bans all former Battlefield 4. They're not missing much, though.
No, they're not. Well, I'm assuming if Battlefield 4 had anal probes, they'd be banned in Australia, too.
Oh, my.
All right, Isreal, you got our next one?
Yeah, this is a really, really cool story, because there's a bunch of stuff coming to PS Plus next month. Not only on PS3, but also on Vita and PS4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go down the list of the games for PS4. For PS4, we're getting Don't Starve. For PS3, we're getting DMC Devil May Cry, which I haven't picked up yet, so I'm definitely playing that one.
Mm-hmm.
Also BioShock Infinite. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which I just picked up on an XBLA sale. That's okay. I only paid a few bucks for it.
Believe me,
And
it's worth giving money to that game.
Yeah.
So.
And then for the PS Vita, we're getting Worms Battle Island. Those games are pretty fun, the Worms games. I played them back in the day on the PC. And the last and final game is Smart Ass, which is, yeah, I guess a pun there. Instead of Smart Ass, it's Smart As.
Oh, that's funny, because yeah.
Which is some sort of, brain age type of game on the Vita. Yeah, I'm probably not checking that one out, but the other ones
I had
that I
awkward
don't
experiences.
own, the other ones
Rage.
besides BioShock, I'll check out. So some good stuff coming to PS Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm most... Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, it's a fantastic month.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm most looking forward to Don't Starve and Brothers after everything that Axe has told me about Brothers. That's one I was very curious about. So to hear it's coming to PS Plus, well, no excuse for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard it like the day after I bought it.
That would happen, right?
I was like, yeah, let me pick this up. It's only on sale for today on XBLA. And then, boom,
That's
PS
why.
Plus update.
Yeah, DMC is probably the one I'm most looking forward to there.
Yeah, same here.
Honestly, I'm not interested in it. The demo did nothing to impress me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'll probably download it and give it a little try, but we'll see.
It's free. Why not?
Oh, exactly.
That's
I will
the only
take
reason
free.
why I'll be playing through BioShock Infinite. Alright, so the next story here on our list is another Smash Brothers character has been revealed. And
Who's that?
it's Zelda.
Oh, I love Zelda. He's so cool. With his little hat and his sword and shield. He's the best.
Oh, you just made so many people groan in pain.
At least they know I'm trolling.
True. So, yeah, Zelda is going to be in Smash Brothers. Big surprise. At least they didn't dupe people like they did for Rosalina or whatever her name is.
Yeah, with the Mario Kart fucking trailer. I'm still mad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look, we got other characters that aren't Donkey Kong and Mario Kart. Oh, no, this is Smash Brothers.
Ouch.
Yep. Alright, and we have one final story left. So, Big Boss, you started. You can finish.
Okay, that's what she said. Well, this is my first time reading this. Warner Brothers wants you to save the date. A special announcement will be made on December 31st, though quite what it pertains to remains unclear. However, it's regarding the Batman Arkham franchise. So, visit the page on December 31st for a special announcement. Cool.
Yeah. So,
Batman Arkham Origins Definitive Edition is announced.
Coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, sorry.
Now, what if they had named something like, yeah, Batman Arkham City, now coming to the Ouya?
Nah, but in all honesty, I think it's going to be a definitive edition of some sort for the next-gen consoles, and maybe a tease for the next game. So I don't think it's just going to be one announcement. I think it'll be like, oh, you're getting this on the PS4 and Xbox One, and here's a teaser for the next game or something like that.
Yeah, probably they'll port, like, the first 3 games over.
If they did that, that'd be amazing. If it just wasn't Arkham Origins, if it was like one package, like for $60, all 3 games on next gen, that'd be freaking amazing.
I would get so mad because I don't have the time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, maybe it's just the DLC. We're like, oh, it's just DLC.
I can see them doing that.
Or maybe it's just Cranky Kong. He's gonna join that. He's gonna join the cast of Arkham, the arcade game.
God damn, that still makes me so angry.
Reggie's gonna come out in the video with a pin of like Harley Quinn instead of Samus from Metroid. He's like, we're here to give you an announcement. Cranky Kong's in Batman Arkham. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, though. Hopefully it's something good. It's not something stupid.
Hopefully so. Maybe we can hope for a Rocksteady announcement, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be the main thing. Alright, so that does it for our news stories of the week, so let's move into our been playing, been watching, and we haven't been reading anything section.
Yay.
So, who wants to kick us off with what they've been playing this past week?
I'll go.
Fine, do
just,
it.
Yeah, just a bunch of PS4. I went over my mom's place, like, was it Christmas Day? Because their boyfriend's got a PS4, and I brought over, like, a bunch of my games. And we played through, you know, a little bit of each, like Killzone and Knack and NBA 2K and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I played Battlefield 4, was it like 2 nights ago, online. Mm-hmm. I got to get the hang of that game since, you know, I've been playing Call of Duty and it has a completely different dynamic to it. But I'm kind of understanding it online, even if nobody wants to fucking talk to each other. Even if the PS4 brings a headset, people just don't want to talk to you. But it was pretty fun. I played that for a couple hours. Then, some weird shit happened on the Live from PlayStation app, or I guess, I don't know if you call it app, but you know, the little section of the PS4 where you can watch other people streaming themselves either over Twitch or Ustream.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to talk about. I saw your tweet.
So, So basically, I was in there with I was talking to a buddy on Battlefield, and then we hopped into the live from PlayStation because we were talking over party chat,
Hmm.
and we just started watching this stuff. So there was this, rather large man with some chick, and people just kept nagging on him, like calling him fat or whatever.
Hmm.
And they kept asking how much he paid for the chick, which was, kind of rude, but she was like drunk and all that stuff. And then eventually he caved in and he said he paid $200 for her. So basically she was a hooker. And she was just grinding on him and stuff. And then she started flashing. She started flashing her boobs and her butt. It was hilarious. Like, these people are streaming themselves worldwide on the PlayStation doing the most ratchet, stupid, ghetto-ass shit. It was ridiculous. Like, you could tell she was drunk as hell. Man, it was hilarious. It was so funny just reading all the comments, like people cracking on this guy. He's like, I didn't know you could buy a PS4 with food stamps. I lost it. I lost it when I read that comment. I started almost crying. It was so funny. But but if you're ever bored when you're on the PS4, hop on live from PlayStation. Don't go to Twitch because Twitch no longer lets people stream the Playroom, which is the app that they were using.
Hmm.
Go to Ustream, and right there is going to be all the ones of people streaming themselves over the camera. And just enjoy, because you have from stupid drunk white girls talking shit to the fucking people almost having sex on there to gangster guys trying to act hard over the camera, arguing with people in the comments, telling them they're going to kill them and all this stuff. It is hilarious. It is ridiculous. There's no reason for you to be bored while playing the PS4 if you have this, because, man, it is hilarious. It's a time waster, too. I think we were in there for like an hour and a half. Nothing. It is
Wow.
hilarious. But yeah, that's my little story. It was ridiculous. I haven't caught nobody having full-on sex yet, which has been, people have said over the internet. But yeah, it was disturbing in a hilarious way.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've been playing. More watching.
Oh my. I guess I'll go next.
Yep.
For me, all I've really haven't been playing too much lately, ironically. Um, though I have been playing Borderlands, the first one, online with a friend of mine.
Woo.
So I've been working through that and having some fun.
Mhm.
And then played a bunch of WWE 2K14, and I'm now only one trophy away from the platinum.
Yeah.
So fun times there.
How difficult were the other trophies, by the way?
Oh, some of them were really hard.
Oh, yeah?
There's one where it's like defeat the streak. Well, no, there's one where you have to defeat the streak
Hmm.
with 10 specific people to
Oh.
unlock all the photographs.
Hmm.
And the 10 people, I think I might have the list here. Oh, no, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Damn it. If I can recall right, it's Edge, Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, Kane, Triple H, Batista, Big Show or Tensai.
So almost essentially just about everybody that's fought Taker over the
Yeah,
years.
pretty much. Pretty much. King Kong Bundy.
Okay.
There's two more that I just can't come to me right now.
I'm quite looking forward to trying that.
It was tough. It was very, very tough.
Hmm.
There were moments where I would yell at the TV, especially when using slow people like Big Show and King Kong Bundy.
Hmm.
It's just like, oh fuck. With guys like when the first time I tried playing beating the streak mode, I played with CM Punk and I lost.
Hmm.
The second time I tried with Shawn Michaels and I won. So it's like, okay, it can be done. but like those are the quicker, better guys. But then you got guys with lower ratings. They're much slower. It's just like, oh man, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
So
Radio.
yeah, you'll have fun with it, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll do what I can. As for what I've been playing this past week, I dove into quite a bit of Tearaway. Been playing about...
Yay!
Thanks again, Isreal, for gifting me a copy of that game.
No problem.
Yeah, I've been playing about a chapter almost every day or every second day, whenever I get the chance anyway. Yeah, loving it. Just puts a smile on my face every time I play it. And other than that, I finally dove into NHL 14 a little bit, which I want to say that EA should have renamed the Be a Pro mode, because it's more like Asshole Simulator 14. Just because you're put into like interview situations now in Be a Pro mode, and some of the answers you can give are wow. Like, for example, I got drafted by the Ottawa Senators, and before the first game, I got interviewed, and one of the things I could have selected was, I really want no part of this city or the team. It was a lot worse than that. Like, I despise this organization and want no part of this city.
That's what I'd say if I was drafted by the Oilers. Or God forbid, the Flames.
Oh God, yeah. Or the Montreal Canadiens. Hey-oh!
No, that'd be an honor.
Go for the Leafs.
Ooh.
Apparently I was talking with a friend and he told me about this one guy that's going through the game selecting all these options, and it's to the point where his wife has divorced him and everything else in-game.
What in the fuck?
Yeah, because you have
Hockey.
like 4 different meters in the game now of relations to different people. Your relation to the fans, to your teammates, to management, and your family. So you can basically fuck all those things up if you start acting like an asshole.
Jeez, that is intense.
Yeah, I know, right?
They take hockey seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, enjoying that. Game's pretty good so far. Well, that's pretty much all I've been playing this past week. So let's move into our bin watching, I guess. And who wants to kick this one off? I think Isreal went last time, so Big Boss.
Sure. Well, I'm trying to make a point of watching all of the series over Christmas break. Mm-hmm. So I only watched the first one, though, but I'm watching the Harry Potter movies.
Cool.
Yeah. So there's that. I've only watched the first one, so...
You got a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, 7 more. Sweet. I haven't been really watching much else. I guess I've been watching The Office on Netflix and wrestling. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much me. Yay. Yeah, I've been watching those, that my friend from work got me the Money in the Bank ladder match anthology on Blu-ray.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
And, oh, that is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a very enjoyable thing I've been watching.
Cool. As for myself, I've pretty much Christmas Day and Boxing Day and today and yesterday, since I've had the days off, I have been gunning through quite a bit of Doctor Who. I'm up to Season 4, Episode 14 at the moment.
Which Doctor?
Still David Tennant.
Okay. So you saw the one with the Daleks and the Cybermen?
Yep.
Oh, favorite episode, hands down.
It was pretty badass, yeah.
Yeah.
And outside of that, I actually went and saw a movie yesterday because I checked Cineplex.com and was like, there are 6 movies out now that I kind of want to see. When the fuck did that happen? So,
yeah.
went out and I saw The Wolf of Wall Street.
How was it?
It was really damn good.
Yeah?
It was 3 fucking hours long, but it was damn good. Really funny. Lots of full frontal female nudity.
Oh, gotta get there. Gotta see it.
It's a seller. But yeah, I had to say it was really well done. A lot of humor in that movie. A lot of humor. Including a discussion where Jonah Hill, Leonardo DiCaprio, and 2 others are talking about midgets. And they're different from normal people.
They're not. Oh, that's terrible. Peter Dinklage would kill me.
Yes, he would. But yeah, it was just friggin' hilarious, their thoughts on that. And the fact that DiCaprio is pretty much hopped up on drugs the entire movie. He goes through this process of telling the audience there's a lot of fourth wall breaking. So
Okay.
he's telling you everything he takes within the day, what to put him to sleep, cocaine to wake him up, LSD for something, and morphine, just because it's awesome. So, it was really good. I highly recommend it if you can sit through 3 hours.
I'll make sure I do that before on a day when I don't work, so I don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like Star Trek.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been watching. Though I want to say one complaint, though, when I went and saw Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the movie, there should be movie trailers, not 7 fucking goddamn commercials. I sat there counting each and every one of them.
They were just commercials?
There were, yeah, just random commercials.
Wow.
There were
Jeez.
7 of them. It's like, what the hell? It's like that one episode of The Simpsons where they're all waiting for the movie, but it's just commercial after commercial.
That's not fun.
No.
That ruins Christmas.
Right, Isreal, what have you been watching?
So, besides wrestling, saw the Wolverine a couple nights ago.
Mhm.
The movie that came out this year, not the X-Men Origins Wolverine. And I have to say, I really, really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's great, but when you have to compare it to X-Men Origins Wolverine, I thought it was a really good movie. It has a lot more serious tone than, the first movie. The storyline, is different. It's based on, of course, Frank Miller, that old, what was it, a graphic novel that they did in the 80s. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well put together. I still wish it would have been rated R, honestly, because it's rated PG-13, and they could have had a lot more blood.
Now, the question is, did you see the normal or uncut version?
I believe the Blu-ray is the uncut version, because I was trying to look to see if there was, an option. Sometimes they give you to play the uncut or the theatrical release. But I didn't see an option for it, so I think the Blu-ray is the uncut. It's sort of like what they did with World War Z. When I saw that, I was trying to look for the uncut version, and the Blu-ray was the uncut version. So,
because I know there are 2 separate Blu-rays for the movie.
Oh, there are?
Yeah, there is one that specifically says, uncut version onto it.
Let me see. Let me look.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I bought it on Boxing Day for $15.
Oh, the Unleashed extended
that's
edition?
That's the one.
I need to check if mine is Unleashed, because I want an Unleashed version.
Because from what I've heard and read about that, it's a lot more bloody and violent and would lean towards an R rating instead of PG-13.
Because the one I saw, I was, it wasn't really bloody, but for a PG-13 movie, it would have been, but I don't know. The Unleashed extended edition. Oh, because that one's Blu-ray. Ah, what a bunch of assholes. For that one, you have to buy the Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, digital HD, and that sucks. They make you buy the expensive one. Oh, it's only $22.96. Oh shit, on Amazon. I might pick this up myself then.
Gotta look this up.
Yeah, includes 2 versions, theatrical and unrated. Oh yeah, because my dad's, I was looking, because he was the one who bought it. I was looking to see on the box art if it said like uncut or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably gonna be pissed though.
Shit, it is only $20.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be mad that he didn't get that version.
Just seeing this now, I may have to buy that myself.
All right, I got which?
It's the one that has black like borders.
Is it the black and white version cover?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, because the other one's like blue and white and red.
That one.
Yeah.
I think I may have got that one.
Because it has a Blu-ray 3D and...
You know what? You guys keep talking. I really have to go downstairs and find out if this is it.
He's going nuts.
I will be right back.
Okay, no problem, man. Yeah, because the version that I saw was good, and for a PG-13 rating, it was bloodier than I expected, but it wasn't the uncut version. So if the uncut version has even more blood, then it's a fucking better movie then.
Yeah, because from what I've read, it has stuff like him clawing somebody straight through the leg and stuff.
Oh, I didn't see none of that, no. Like, every time they showed something like that, it would, like, you wouldn't see blood or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. My dad's gonna be mad. I'm gonna tell him about it. He's gonna be like, what? Because he bought it, like, right when it came out. I think it was at Walmart he bought it, I think. Shit, I'm gonna pick it up myself now, probably.
Yeah, I'm considering it right now, too.
I enjoyed it. Like, the only thing it needed, pretty much, was, like, more violence, like blood for the character. Because overall, I really like the sequence where they're on the bullet train. I think that might have been in the trailers, where they're on top of one of those Japanese bullet trains. It was really fucking cool, that sequence.
Yeah, I have the regular version.
Yeah, because I saw it at the store and I was trying to, like, before. I was like, I thought it would bring it, but...
The one I just sent is actually just a normal one, according to the reviews on the site. It says misleading listing. The picture is the extended edition, but the one itself is not.
Angle. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the one I'm looking at on the U.S. Amazon does say the Unleash extended edition in the title.
Yeah, so is the one on the Best Buy website. I see there's Wolverine Blu-ray combo for $15, and then Wolverine 3D Blu-ray combo.
Yeah,
So
it's the one that has the 3D.
Yeah, I'll go back to Best Buy and get the extended one, and then give the other one to my sister or something.
There you go.
Yeah, because I want to see that. Because I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was great. Because what it needed was, the violence that the character is known for. So, fuck.
I'm sad now.
I gotta pick it up. So at least we know. Did you open that one already, Big Boss?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, I'm checking Best Buy right now. Best Buy in the U.S. has it for $30. So we'll get it through Amazon.
It's $20 here right now in Canada. So
yeah. Damn, now I feel like buying a bunch of other movies because I don't want to just buy one.
No, you can't just buy one movie. What is that?
I gotta buy Elysium too. I haven't bought that yet.
That was a great movie.
Which movie?
Elysium.
I probably would have been like one of my...
yeah.
But...
I guess that was a sci-fi one I could have put on my list too. Forgot about that. That was an interesting one.
But yeah, back to the show. We got completely sidetracked.
That's what we do here. So, anything else you've been watching?
Yeah, nothing else but the Wolverine. Man of Steel, I watched it a couple times. Rewatched it, and also watched the special features. And, yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right, so I guess that dives us into our shameless self-promotion section.
My favorite one.
Oh, you want to kick us off then?
Yeah, sure. As per usual, I don't do anything exciting, but you are able to follow me in my lack of exciting adventures on Twitter at the_Highwind32. And you can see me rant about how disgusting the UFC was and post pictures of my progress building my Lego Death Star.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really don't have much this week, so I'll just say, go check out my Let's Experience videos.
Mm-hmm. For me, I'm not going to promise anything because every week I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do like 3 videos. And I never end up doing anything because I end up playing PlayStation or doing something else going out, especially with the holidays. But I do have something to promote, and it's a buddy of mine on YouTube. He's called Sega CD Universe. He just hit 900 subscribers, and he had asked me to come on and do like a little skit on his video for his, special. Basically, he called up all his buddies and asked them to do like a little, a minute or two, and then he put them all together. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to check that out, I just make a short little cameo there on his video.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. For me, I want to do YouTube videos, but then I'm like, let me play some games instead.
It happens to all of us. Alright then, so with shameless self-promotion out of the way, it's time for questions and comments. We have no questions and comments.
What?
Dang it.
Jeez.
Yeah, well.
I'm disappointed, people. Disappointed.
Me too. It's a shame. Hopefully we get some new ones this week. We have a lot of categories we did on the top of the show. We'd like to hear what you guys think of your favorites of this year. Yep.
Yep.
Hopefully we're going to get no comments again. They'll be like, oh, screw these guys. They didn't like the Ashes cricket game. Screw them.
I played that, and it was brilliant.
Game of the year.
Hashtag Team Ashes Cricket.
But yeah, guys, if you have questions and comments for us, please leave them down below. And, of course, you can win a free game if you do so. And, well, you should know the drill by now if you watch the show every week. But if you're new, yeah, you can win a free game. Just leave us a random question or comment on anything that we talked about in today's show. Now, before we go and wrap up, we talked briefly about before we started, New Year's resolutions.
Whoa. Okay.
So,
Dun.
anybody got a New Year's resolution, gaming or otherwise?
Be even more awesome than I was last year. Which I don't know if I can do. That's actually really hard.
I guess the easy one would be stop buying so many damn games and not playing them.
Yeah.
Which I've actually gotten better at because I've actually been playing like the things that I buy within the last couple months. But
and yet you just got a Steam profile.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Not good. Yeah. I just ran away when I saw the sales. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, stay away from this. Stay away from the sales and stay away from the humble bundles. Those will pile you up so fast.
Just run away. But yeah, maybe make some more YouTube videos. I guess that's about it. Nothing big in terms of gaming. Nothing big that I could think of, in the normal life, but
pretty much the same. Try and stick to a YouTube schedule. That's mine. Because that has failed so many times this year.
Yeah. I guess mine would be pretty similar to Isreal's, to try to maybe manage my game buying a little better, my game buying and game playing, because The backlog looks terrifying.
Hey, you have no reason to talk. Look at my Steam games.
Oh, I know.
You see a backlog.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe another resolution would be get an Xbox One. I guess. I know I want to get one within the next year, but I've just been debating back and forth because I know they're going to release some sort of special edition with the next Halo game,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to
Yeah.
get mad and then just get like the regular version, and they release like a special design, some decal or something, and then I'm like, oh, should have got that one. So this time they're not getting me. They're not getting me because it's happened to me like every time there's a new Halo.
Mm-hmm. Xbox One, Halo Edition, with a Halo sticker.
I hope it's more than that, honestly. But yeah, I want to pick one up. Yeah, I know we've been down on it, like,
Mm-hmm.
and for good reason, especially after E3 and all that. But
Yeah, I think for me, console-wise, it will be buy a Wii U.
hmm
I think for me, I'll just be sticking with the PS4.
Come on,
good
admit it.
choice.
You're gonna go buy an Ouya.
No. My resolution is to play Don Bradman cricket. There we go. And maybe start up a Let's Play just for that. Apparently you create a character and have a career mode. Yeah, I was reading into it.
Yeah, wow. Wow. Right then, we all look forward to seeing that.
Yay.
Alright, so I guess without further ado, that's going to wrap up the show for this week. Let's see, Big Boss, since you haven't been on for a while, how about you take us out this week?
Okay, the pressure is on once again, and I have nothing written. Well, here we go. Thanks again for tuning into this week's installment of the CanUK podcast. We've had a lot of fun talking about games, movies, and television, as well as impersonating Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, commenting on Ashes cricket, and potentially what could have become streamed pornography on our PlayStation 4s. We hope you've had fun listening to us, and we will catch you again next time. Remember to leave questions and comments in the section down below, and you can be entered to win a game. I've been Big Boss, and with me has been Isreal, and your host, as always, Lord X. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a Happy New Year.